Getting laid off can be the best financial decision your company ever makes for you. A Riot Games layoff just made my client $50,000 richer. Sounds backwards, right? But when Samuel told me, I had Stockholm Syndrome. I was held captive for so long that I fell in love with my hostage taker. I knew we had work to do. If you've ever felt stuck, undervalued, or just plain burned out at work, there are 5 specific lessons here that will change how you think about your career forever. I'm going to show you exactly how Samuel went from heartbroken to negotiating like a boss and landing multiple offers. Gaming companies exploit passion. Our industry runs on passion, and companies know it. They'll pay you less than tech because you get to work on games. They'll crunch you because you're shipping something amazing. They'll limit your growth because you should just be grateful to be here. But loyalty is only noble when it's mutual. If your company isn't investing in you, then what you're calling loyalty, that's actually captivity. By the way, I'm Tran. I've helped hundreds of people navigate gaming industry careers. Sometimes, layoffs are the wake-up call you never knew you needed. Samuel had been at Riot for years, and his relationship with the company wasn't just unhealthy, it was textbook trauma bonding. Just a 5% raise over 4 years, constant overwork with little recognition, being gate-kept from opportunities. But he stayed because he thought loyalty would pay off. Sound familiar? I helped him see the opportunity hidden in the crisis. But Samuel still had a problem. He just didn't know how to sell himself. His resume read like a job description. His LinkedIn was basically dead. And his approach to job hunting? Send applications blind and pray. And so, we completely overhauled his strategy. First, we rebuilt his resume to showcase impact, not just responsibilities. Instead of managed social media campaigns, we wrote increased player engagement by 40% through targeted social campaigns during new character launches. Then, we got him networking proactively, not just reaching out when he needed something, but building genuine relationships with people in the industry. And within 3 months, Samuel had offers from Supercell and 2 other indie studios. He learned that in gaming, you can't just be good at your job. You have to be visible about being good at your job. And you need to display that impact to the right stakeholders, the people who make promotion and hiring decisions. He stopped waiting for his work to speak for itself and started making sure the right people could hear it. Most gaming professionals think networking is sleazy or that good work will get noticed automatically. But in an industry where teams are huge and everyone's heads down shipping products, visibility isn't vanity, it's survival. You might be thinking, but I'm not good at self-promotion. Look, I get it, but the gaming industry is relationship driven. The best opportunities come through connections, not job boards. And displaying your impact isn't bragging, it's communication. If you don't tell people what you've accomplished, how will they know what you're capable of? Up until this point, Samuel had never negotiated a job offer. Ever. He'd been taught that good work gets noticed, that patience pays off, that gratitude alone is enough. We flipped that script completely. I walked him through market comps, the power of patience, that it's okay to just ask. All the stuff they don't teach you in school. When the offers started coming in, Samuel made over $30,000 in increased salary, closer to $50,000 when you factor in the additional benefits. He didn't just accept these offers blindly. He laid down his own terms. Here's why this is critical for gaming professionals. Our industry has convinced us that we should take less money because we get to work on games. But gaming is now a $200, maybe $300 billion industry. The money is there. The problem is most gaming professionals have never learned to negotiate because we've been conditioned to feel grateful just to be in the room. You're probably thinking, but gaming jobs are competitive. What if they rescind the offer? The people who ask get more. Period. Compensation isn't about worth. It's about leverage. And Samuel finally understood he had way more leverage than he thought. This is the exact kind of mindset shift I help my clients make. Here's what I've learned working with hundreds of people in gaming. Most of us are leaving money on the table simply because we're afraid to ask. And if you're getting value from Samuel's story so far, do me a quick favor and hit that like button. It helps other gaming professionals find this content when they need it. And even after landing that role, Samuel still had one problem. He couldn't talk about his value without sounding embarrassed. So we worked on something I call impact reframing. Instead of saying he made content, we repositioned it as he created the marketing strategy that prevented a major PR crisis and maintained player trust during a controversial update. He wasn't just doing marketing. He was protecting the mission and vision of the company. Our work in gaming directly impacts millions of players. When you fix a bug, you're not just coding, you're preserving the player experience for the entire community. When you balance a character, you're not just tweaking numbers, you're maintaining competitive integrity. But most gaming professionals downplay their impact because we're taught to be humble about our craft. You might think, but I'm just one person of a huge team. I don't want to sound arrogant. You don't get promoted for effort. You get promoted for visible strategic impact. And when Samuel started talking that way, people started listening differently. The impact framework is simple. Always ask yourself, what would break if I didn't do my job for a week? Use that to describe your role. And then came Samuel's new manager, Thomas. He was, let's just say he checked every red flag. Poor judgment, condescending about money, wildly inconsistent. But this time, Samuel didn't shrink. He insulated himself from unnecessary drama, documented everything, asked pointed questions about priorities, and he learned something powerful. Looking like a star player is more effective than being a star player. Our industry promotes technical talent into leadership roles without leadership training. You end up with brilliant developers, artists, and designers who have no idea how to manage people. Add the pressure of ship dates, stakeholder demands, and player expectations. Of course you get toxic leadership. Visibility beats effort, especially in toxic environments. Your survival depends on managing optics, not just outcomes. Samuel stopped chasing perfection and started chasing perception of impact. And it worked. And if you want more strategies like this for navigating toxic gaming leadership, I send out a weekly newsletter with real-world tactics I use with my clients. There's a link in the description. It's completely free and you can unsubscribe anytime. But here's what really impressed me about Samuel's journey. It wasn't just about the career wins. He made real changes. 75-day fitness challenges with his wife, prioritizing his mental health, exploring additional education opportunities. He told me, Chris, I'm a lot healthier, a lot happier, and I know I have so much more power than I thought I did. Our industry has normalized unhealthy work practices. Crunch culture, endless hours, sacrificing relationships for ship dates. But here's what I've learned coaching hundreds of gaming professionals. The most successful ones don't just climb faster, They build sustainable careers that enhance their lives rather than consume them. You might think, everyone works crazy hours in gaming. If I don't sacrifice, someone else will get ahead. Your career isn't just about climbing faster. It's about building a life you don't want to escape from. The gaming professionals who last and thrive, they set boundaries. They prioritize their health. They define success on their own terms. Samuel went from trapped to thriving, from underpaid to in control. The layoff didn't break him. It woke him up. And if you're ready to wake up too, I want to help you do exactly what Samuel did. Whether you're dealing with a layoff, feeling undervalued, or just ready to level up your career, I've created a system that works exactly like what Samuel experienced. And if this video helped you see your situation differently, do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.